While working, the phone rings at my desk. It's that neighbor. He says a friend near Algiers has invited me to spend Sunday at a seaside bungalow. I agree, adding I plan to bring my girlfriend. He's pleased, saying the friend's wife would be glad not to be the only woman. I want to hang up quickly. My boss dislikes personal calls, but the neighbor insists, mentioning that his former mistress's brother and some Arabs are following him. He asks me to warn him if I see them this evening. I say yes. The boss calls me over. I expect complaints about the call, but no. He has a new project, opening an office in Paris, and wants me to work there. I could live in Paris, have vacations. I say, I don't mind either way. He looks displeased, calls me unambitious, bad for business. I don't care. I never felt a need to change my life. I'm not unhappy now. Marie asks if I'd marry her. I say it doesn't matter. If she wants, we can marry. She asks if I love her. I repeat what I said before. It's meaningless. I don't love her. She's puzzled, asks if I'd do the same if another woman asked. I say yes. She calls me strange. That's why she loves me. Maybe one day she'll hate me for the same reason. I have no reply. Marie had other plans, so I dine alone. A small, odd woman joins my table, ordering dishes rapidly, calculating the bill in advance, marking radio programs in a magazine while eating. She moves with mechanical precision, places exact change on the table, and leaves briskly. I follow briefly, watch her navigate the sidewalk with uncanny accuracy, then return home. Soon, I forget her. Later, the old man with the missing dog knocks on my door. The pound had no record. He is lost without his dog. I suggest getting another. He refuses. He's grown used to this one. He recounts how he got it after his wife died, how they lived and aged together. He mentions my mother, calls her your poor maman, says people criticized me for sending her to the home, but he knows I loved her. I don't argue. I say I had no money for a caregiver, and she was bored at home. He agrees that in the home she had friends. He leaves, dejected. I hear him pace in his room, softly crying. Sunday morning, it's hard to wake. Marie shakes me. I'm tired, head aching, cigarettes taste bitter. She wears a white cotton dress, looks beautiful. I tell her so. She laughs. We're going to the seaside bungalow. I'm still wary, but her smile eases me. We knock on the neighbor's door. He shouts he'll be down. Outside, the sun smacks my face. Marie cheers the fine weather. I begin to adjust and feel hungry. Marie shows me our swimsuits and towel. The neighbor arrives in blue trousers, white shirt, and a flat, brimmed hat that makes Marie laugh. He seems in good spirits. About to catch the bus, the neighbor points across the street at some Arabs silently watching us. He identifies the second one as the troublemaker. but says it's all over now. Marie, confused, hears my brief explanation. We leave quickly. They don't follow. The neighbor relaxes, relieved. We ride the bus through suburbs. The neighbor jokes. I sense he admires Marie, but she only smiles politely. I watch out the window, white houses, a blue sky, nearing the coast. After disembarking, we walk among yellowish rocks and flowers. The sea glitters. A small fishing boat drifts slowly. Marie plucks some blossoms. We approach the seaside bungalow. The friend, tall and broad, and his friendly wife greet us. She has a Parisian accent, chats warmly with Marie. I realize the thought of marriage hovers around. They're frying morning caught fish. The husband says he spends weekends here. His wife is good with people. Marie and the wife laugh together, and I feel at ease. The host wants to swim. His wife and our neighbor stay behind. So Marie, he, and I head to the beach. Marie dives right in. We wait a bit, then I plunge into the cool water, searching for Marie. We float together, basking in the sunlight, lulled by gentle waves. I feel calm, my weary mind soothed by the refreshing sea. We enjoy a hearty lunch, fish, meat, fried potatoes. The host pours me wine freely. I feel heavy and smoke several cigarettes. Marie says it's only 11:30. We're surprised. The host says eating when hungry is natural. Marie laughs. She's a bit tipsy. After lunch, the women tidy up, and we three men stroll along the beach. The sun blazes, sand scalding, conversation wanes. I'm drowsy, heavy-lidded. Suddenly, the neighbor mutters that 2 Arabs are ahead, one the man who injured him before. I tense but feel too lethargic to care much. We walk on, distance closing. The neighbor says, if there's a fight, Mason handles the second man. I handle any third, I agree. They face each other, silent. The neighbor speaks. I can't hear what. The Arab draws a knife. The neighbor punches him. Mason strikes the other. One Arab falls face down in the water. Still for a moment. The other bleeds but suddenly cuts the neighbor's arm and face. We freeze. They retreat and vanish. The neighbor bleeds profusely. We help him back for a doctor. The doctor says the wounds are minor. The neighbor is sullen, ignoring our attempts to cheer him. He wants to go out. I ask where. He snaps. Mason warns me not to upset him. Still, I follow the neighbor outside, even though the sun scorches and my head aches. We find the 2 Arabs by a spring. They lie quietly, unmoved. The neighbor grips his gun, asks if he should kill the man who cut him. I say no. It wouldn't be fair since he's silent and unarmed now. He decides to insult him instead. Let him react first. I tell him to give me the gun, and if they draw a knife, I'll shoot. He hands me the pistol. It gleams in the hot sun. The Arabs retreat behind rocks. We turn back. I accompany him back to the bungalow. He goes upstairs. I remain below. The sun is brutal. I dread the women's tears and chatter. The light pours down like a burning waterfall. I head back to the beach, seeking the cool shade near the spring. I return to the spring, find the Arab alone, lying back. I only want the shade. He glances at me, hand in pocket. I grip the gun in my clothes. Sweat stings my eyes, the sun's edge slicing my forehead. I could turn away, but the scorching brightness drives me on. The Arab's knife flashes in the sunlight like a blade in my eyes. Salt and tears blur my vision. I pull the trigger. One deafening shot breaks the silence. Then I fire 4 more times, as if knocking on the door of fate. Beneath the burning sun, the sea still breathes, the world stands still. I realize I've shattered a balance of light and silence. Before me lies a mute corpse, bullets lost inside, leaving no trace. I say nothing. I merely feel the heavy weight of destiny pressing down. Everything ends in this scorching instant. The course of my fate is set by these gunshots, the blazing sun, the dazzling sea, and my silent heartbeat define this stifling afternoon.